What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode on We Previously on Today. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Difficulties. But on today's show, we are going to be covering Amazon's The Boys. We're going to also be talking with Elmo and covering Do You Even Lyft? Another segment on that. And then we're going to be reviewing Hobbs and Shaw with a couple of other movies that we saw. But first, once again, you know who it is. It's your boy Prank, followed by...
Your boy Reckless Elmo. You already know what's up.
And, let's start by talking about, our weekend. And what did you do this weekend, man?
Not much. Not do much. I did a lot of Lyft. Some shit happened with Lyft.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that.
Yeah, a little bit later.
Yeah.
What else?
Didn't you go to AC?
Yes, I did. I won my family. I won a couple bucks. It was cool, Spent like maybe $40, and I won 70 in one place.
What were you playing?
The slot machine. I wasn't trying to play cause I wasn't with my niggas. I wasn't chilling. Like I wasn't feeling myself. Like I was just in the slots, just pressing, bet max.
Wait, what?
I was just betting the max and the 25-cent slots, and it was like $1 something.
Okay.
How about you? How was your weekend? What'd you do?
Let's see. I worked on Saturday and then I worked on Sunday. So it was
Slave.
Yeah. Pretty much a work-filled weekend.
You Django.
Yeah. And then after work, I did a little bit of chilling. I think what did I do on Saturday after I got out of work? I don't really remember. Did we watch any movies this weekend? Yeah, we went to see Hobbs and Shaw, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how memorable it's gonna be when we talk about it.
Okay, but let's get into our first
Yeah.
topic
Let's
of the
get
day.
right into it. We're gonna cover Amazon Prime's The Boys, based on the comic book of the same name by Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson.
Yes.
The Boys follows the titular team of vigilantes as they fight against a group of superpower people called the Seven. Okay, but these group of superheroes, they use their abilities for dastardly deeds, so to speak.
No, the Seven don't got no powers.
What are you talking about? They do got powers.
The Seven?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm talking. Oh wait, I'm talking about the Boys.
The
right?
Boys don't have powers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I got it confused. But you said the Boys.
Nah, I said the Seven.
Yeah. But go ahead, keep going. What's up? What else?
Well,
'Cause I saw the show and I want to know what's up. How y'all feeling?
Well, on the Boys we got Carl Urban, right? We know him from Thor Ragnarok.
As Billy Butcher.
Yeah, he's Billy Butcher. We got Jack Quaid as Huey Campbell. We got this dude Laz Alonso as Mother's Milk.
Whose milk?
I don't know. Your mom's.
Yeah.
I heard it was pretty good.
Chill out.
Yeah.
She gonna fuck you up. But go ahead.
And Simon Pegg's in this too. He's one of the main characters' father. And we got Anthony Starr on the Seven. We got him starring as Homelander. You know who Anthony Starr is? He's from Banshee.
Didn't see it.
It's a pretty good show.
I heard.
I recommend it.
It's a little
We
too
have
gruesome.
Erin Morty as Starlight. And we have Chase Crawford as the Deep.
Shit.
Chase Crawford from Gossip Girl. Now he's this version's Aquaman.
Okay.
This show is pretty good, man. I gotta say, it's like a mock of the Justice League,
Yes.
like a parody of it, so to speak.
Yes. Spoilers alert.
Yes. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched this show, I know a lot of people don't own Amazon, so if you don't have a means to watch this show, i.e., tramping out the bandwidth,
Cody.
I suggest you ask somebody for their Amazon Prime so you can, actually watch the show. It's pretty good. It's a whole new take on superheroes. You get to
Okay.
watch how much how dicks they can be, right?
Yo, it's crazy. You know what it is? Because it's like real life, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like one of them is the villain, and it has to be the one that has the most power. And then there's the other ones that are just following him because they feel like, if I disobey this nigga might kill me. You feel me? And some of them have remorse. Like some of the 7 have remorse. Like the Wonder Woman are like character. You get me?
The
And
Queen Maeve, yeah.
Yeah, you get me. Like she didn't want to really do everything that this Homelander dude wanted to do.
Yeah.
The other A-Train, right? He, even though he murdered somebody, was joking about it and all this stuff. He was really concerned, and you could tell. Like they gave him a backstory where he had his girlfriend and. He felt for his girlfriend. He wanted to hide her, but at the same time, he wanted to be public with her. So, they all had like real life.
At the same time, he was juicing.
He was juicing.
He was juicing, man.
Which it was another reason why he was acting up.
Yeah.
Then what's his name? The Deep, right?
Yeah.
His backstory is a little weird.
Yo, he was hilarious. Yo, let's talk about what we think are the 2 to 3 top scenes for this season.
Funniest scene?
Funniest scenes are like the scenes the standout scenes.
The dolphin part.
Yes, I was gonna say that too. So we can agree that was like one of the funniest scenes in the show.
That was funny and weird.
Yeah, it was also weird.
He was saying some bullshit to that dolphin.
Again, if you've seen this, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, but it's hilarious. He's trying to set this dolphin free.
Yes.
And you don't know what the hell the dolphin's saying. You just hear him talking to the dolphin.
Yes. Yes.
And it goes terribly wrong.
Another part that I'm going to say that it was like a big shocker to me was when, even though we knew that this, right from episode 1, we knew that this show was going to be like bloody. All right? From how it ended, how episode 1 ended.
Yeah.
Right? But when that chick sat on my man's face.
Oh, yeah.
And squashed it.
Yo, I forgot all about that.
That got stuck in my head to like never let a chick sit on me like that.
He ate the booty like it was some morning groceries. He ate that shit like he was about to hibernate.
And then he died.
Yeah.
She squashed that nigga with her ass.
Yeah.
Like watermelon.
Yes.
Word, yo, right speech. It was like watermelon.
She was female Gallagher.
It was definitely some pound cake. It was more than pound cake.
Yes. But let me see. And another one. I'ma say, I don't know. I saw a lot of bullshit on that show. But another one I'm going to say is when Homelander let that plane go down.
Yeah. That was going to be one of my scenes too. So we can agree on that one too.
Yeah.
That was a crazy ass scene. Like,
yes.
I was very, very like at a loss of words like I am now. Like I couldn't even explain my emotions. And I knew, I'm like, all right, this is a fucked up show. I know that this is going to be crazy. I know that they're going to show, the possibility of this plane going down, but they're not going to let this plane go down because they got like a little girl right now, like saying, Homelander, please save me.
Us.
Yeah, right. Like, and they're not going to really let this little girl die, and Queen Maeve is going to do something, because she's going to be able to at least hold on to the baby.
Facts.
Nah. Homelander said, nah, you either coming with me or you staying here with them. Your choice.
Yo.
That shit was wild.
So which one's your third one, since you said that?
Yeah, because we agreed on 2 of them.
Yes.
I would have to say the ending. One of the very last scenes where he finally gets the truth out of this chick, out of Elizabeth Shue, and he looks into her and he gives her that last stare, and then he uses his laser eyes. Bro, you hear that gasp at the end, like right before she goes. It's like it was a delay of the pain. It's like she felt it, but she didn't realize that her eyes were being like, burnt out of her skull. She just felt it like momentarily after, and then it was over. She knew that she was gonna get it. That's why she didn't want her son to be there.
Yo.
That shit was.
But he
nuts.
saved the kid, right?
We don't know that.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I think he let that shit explode, right? I think
He
he
hated
let
that kid, and throughout the whole show, he hated that fucking
Yeah, he
kid.
did.
He was blaming the kid for the fact that the kid was getting more attention
Than him, yeah.
than him. Yeah, the
Okay.
kid was touching her tits more than he was, so he was pissed.
Okay. Now, about the boys.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the boys? How do you feel like they took this? I mean, look, I like the whole concept.
Yeah, I haven't read the comic, so I don't know how well of an adaptation it is. But from what I hear, I hear that the comics are actually even worse.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like they're like Homelander is even worse of a character than he is on the show, in the comics, and I want to see how more sadistic this guy can be.
Well, they got approved for like 2 more seasons, right?
Not one more.
One
They're
more,
filming
yeah.
one right now.
Yeah, I believe they're gonna get to another one because this show is definitely like a sleeper.
And when it's like 75, 78 issues, some shit like that.
Beats me. It's a lot though.
Yeah.
You
It's
guys
like-
got any questions? Like as far as questions or theories for season 2, or anything that they didn't answer in season 1?
All right. First one is how are they gonna the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were after the 7 and they were trying to kill all superheroes, right? Including Homelander. Like Homelander was like the base of all of them,
Yeah.
right? Okay. How are they gonna do season 2? Like, look, Homelander is strong enough to go against the army and the government. So like, I want to see how they transition into like trying to have Homelander be a part of the government now that this girl is gone, because that's the reason why they didn't really want to have superheroes under the government or under the army, is because they believe that their loyalty was not to the government, it was to this lady, the
Yeah.
one that Homelander killed.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know how they transition from that. Now that she's gone, maybe the government is more lenient with it. We're like, all right, she's gone. You still trying to move forward with working with us. Let's bring you in. But now what happens? What happens to Butcher? What happens? What's his name? Huey. What happens to all of them? Like, do they still go after the superheroes, or like, is their
Well, my biggest
story gonna change?
I definitely something has to change because Butcher just found out that his wife is still alive.
Yes.
Well, he always knew that she was still alive. He always believed that she was still alive. But now he realizes that not only is she still alive, but she's been alive this whole entire time with Homelander's son.
Yeah, lying to him.
Yeah, so
Everything he thought it was a lie.
So one of my questions is, how did she ever intend to let Billy know? Like, how long was she planning on staying away?
Yeah. But you got to remember, it wasn't that she stood away, it was that they took her away.
Yeah, but she wasn't gonna try to find a way to let him know.
Who knows? Now that she knows, we will never know, because of course Homelander came in and looked for them and find them. So we will never know that question.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Another thing that I must say is the V9 situation, right? That was a whole kind of A-Train's backstory, right? That he was juicing up on the V9, right? That's what it's called, the V9?
No, the Compound V.
Compound V, bro.
Yeah, Compound V.
Okay.
V9.
Yeah, I don't even know. Where'd that get that from? Probably
don't
from
know.
Flash, right?
That shit sounds like an engine.
Yeah, right? So the Compound V, right? And now, A-Train dead.
Yeah.
Are they gonna go after Starlight and Huey?
Wait,
they're
A-Train,
definitely gonna go for all the boys.
he didn't die.
A-Train got a heart attack.
He had a heart attack, but he didn't die.
Bro.
Did he?
They could open up where he's dead.
Yeah.
They could if they want to go in that direction. That'll be really dark though.
I'm trying to remember. She said to Huey to leave. She stayed behind with him.
Yeah, for the ambulance, waiting for the ambulance.
Wait, is that you shaking your head? Yes. Did he die? A-Train, did he die? It's ambiguous, right? But it's not. It's like hinted at, but it's not. It's not confirmed.
I mean,
Yeah.
he stopped moving.
Yeah.
But who knows how much longer?
You never
when
know.
you stop moving,
You
can
never
live
know.
for.
Okay.
I don't know because you didn't see him. You didn't see the funeral or anything like that. But all right. But let's just say he did die. We don't know what happens with Huey and Starlight, right? Like it doesn't even show them.
No, they haven't. They haven't said anything about them. At least they didn't show anything about them. So, season 2 would definitely be really fast paced at first.
I think it's gonna. You think it's gonna pick up? Nah, it's not gonna pick up right with the Homelander thing.
It could.
It's good. It might pick up a years later.
No.
Nah, it would have to pick
No.
up the Homelander thing. I think they left
They
that
have to,
cliffhanger.
but they have to show how he got there. Like they can't just, pick up and not talk about that at least in a flashback.
What are you talking about? You talking about Homelander doing his own ability?
Bro, how the hell did he get them? Like how did he save them
We don't have
before that freaking C4 exploded?
He's fast.
That fast?
Oh,
That he got himself
Bro,
and Billy Butcher out of there?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is a god we're talking about. A god. He could take over the whole planet and destroy every superhero. He felt
Yeah,
like
he
it.
should have freaking tried to save
You
that
think
plane.
he would do that,
He's
though?
such a dick.
You think
man.
he'll try to do that? You think he'll go against the government?
Well, there's a theory that if he does go down that path, one of the people on the team would have to take him out.
One of the 7.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody there except for Starlight that stands a chance. Maybe Queen Maeve.
Who's left hand man? Who's been doing a good job?
The Deep?
Who
No.
hasn't been there as much, but comes through in the cut doing some silly shit.
Black Noir?
What
Look-
is he? What is he, though?
Look at his build. Look at them. Compare them. Eerily similar.
So, what,
but what does that even have to do with
what
anything?
is his power, anyways?
He's a ninja.
That's it?
Yeah, that
At
doesn't
least
even
that
make
we
sense.
know. That's all they gave us.
He could play
Comic
piano.
books say something different, but that's what they've shown us so far. Yeah, but they could change things.
Yeah, he was. He didn't even say much in this season. He didn't say anything.
He never talks.
He didn't say
He plays the
shit.
piano.
Yeah, he was pretty whack.
Yeah.
He reminded me of
Well,
what's the guy? Shadow from
New Cybox.
not Snoop Cyber, Snake Eyes. There you go.
Yeah, man.
From J.I. Joe.
All right, look, listen, right? Listen. This is what I'm going to say, and this is how we're going to end this topic,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know yet. They haven't even said nothing about season 2 yet, right?
Well,
They're filming it. That's
they're
all
filming.
they know.
Yeah, that's pretty much all
Yeah,
we know.
That's it. We
They're
don't know
gonna
nothing.
probably introduce more heroes, more people that has
More
a
suits.
compound V. They're gonna definitely pick up with the whole military and the superheroes because he let loose a whole bunch of terrorists now with the compound V.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely gonna pick up from that, and we're gonna have to see something with Homelander's son because we saw his eyes lit up at the end, so he definitely has the same powers.
I'm going to say this. This is my question, the only question that has not been answered.
What?
What's going to happen to the Asian chick that don't talk,
She washed herself.
but she kills mad people? She already did.
She washed herself, man. That's progress. Who knows?
Will she even talk?
Nah, she don't talk.
She's learning.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm
She
saying.
said a
Season
word, I
2,
think.
hopefully she's able to talk. She's able to communicate.
Okay. All right.
But
Well, let's move on. And we're moving on to music now.
yeah, music. What's good in music?
So music news. We got A$AP Rocky being free from the Sweden jail, and Donald Trump taking credit for it. He chilling. He tweeting his ass
Of
away.
course.
He
Why wouldn't
is
he?
like, my boy Rocky. It's been a rocky road or some shit like that. He said ASAP
right here,
Rocky
yeah.
released from prison and on his way home to the United States from Sweden. It was a rocky week. Get home ASAP. ASAP. With the money.
Yeah, he was basically trying to do this for clout.
Oh, he does everything for clout.
This is definitely for some clout. I
he
mean,
does
like,
everything for clout, bro.
he's making it seem like he was bumping, Flacco, like he was out here listening to, live Live Long ASAP the whole week that he was gone.
And you know what's another thing, bro? It's like they're focusing the internet, everything. Let's per se, it's focusing everything and all of our attention into stuff that really don't matter. There's stuff going around with our borders. There's stuff going around with economy. There's stuff going around that the president should be. I'm not even talking about A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky is it's music and entertainment news, right? What the hell does Donald Trump got anything to do with this? You get me? Just because Kanye West and Kim Kardashian went and asked him, like, yo, can you bring our mans back? It's like, yo.
Nah, man. Donald Trump, he's one with his people, man. He knows what to do. He knows what it is.
That shit annoys me, bro.
Donald Trump trying to be out here with a hood pass.
Yeah,
Yes,
where he trying
yes.
to make sure he stay in office. So you know what I'm saying? He's trying to get his voters up.
He down for the homies.
He's
Yeah.
letting it know.
Yeah, well,
He's down with the mob.
And how much, yo, I bet you everything that Donald Trump had nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
He had nothing
Yeah.
to do with
Nothing.
it. They just probably, the court just said, all right, man, we're gonna,
Actually, he to see an article I came across by. Actually, his actions make us look stupider as a U.S. as a country because Sweden can do whatever they want. They're a sovereignty nation.
yeah.
So us jiggling some change doesn't change the fact that they could do whatever they want.
Yeah, because if you have like Swedish bank accounts and shit like that, they can't.
Nope, feds can't touch it.
Feds can't touch it.
Unless we're in alliance with other countries within that union, we could, but they're their own thing, so they
Wow.
could give a shit about us.
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
Another news. That Drake package.
You mean the care package from Drake?
Nigga, that's a Drake package. That's not even a care package. It's a Drake package. Because this motherfucker really went and got a whole bunch of songs that were never released.
You mean this is this shit came out on datpiff.com.
Yes.
This is an exclusive from DatPiff.
And he made number one.
It came out number one. Why am I surprised? This is still.
How, Sway? Did you hear it?
Yeah, I actually did take a listen to it.
How many tracks?
I don't know, like 13.
I heard all of it maybe 10 years ago.
Nah, actually, I think it's more than that. It might be 17.
It should be around 18.
Might be 17, 18. I have to say that it's 17 tracks. It's an hour long. I heard it the other day while I was on the treadmill. It's not a great project. It's not a project that I went and said, you know what, Drake? I appreciate this project. Thank you for doing this. Because had I not had this project, I don't know what I would have done with my day. Probably would have listened to something else. It's not one of those projects that, when you hear it, you appreciate it, and you're like, damn, I'm gonna make this my Bible for the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna be bumping this shit every day, everywhere.
Prank, were you running through emotions?
Bro,
Literally?
no. Hilarious, because I was on the treadmill. Nice. I hated the fact that he put trust issues on this. I felt like it was Marvin's room, or I felt like I heard Marvin's room, but it was really just because I heard trust issues, and then it made me think of Marvin's room.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so glad he didn't put that song on
Trust
there.
issues.
Yeah. Yo, I hate that song.
Whoa.
Two white cups and about that drink. Two be purple, it could be pink. Who my time but a pump on
Yo,
Who but a
yo,
pump on
don't hate on my man's Drake. You heard?
I'm not hating because look,
Bro,
listen.
he could drop another album that got songs from the first album, and he'll still make money.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
listen.
man.
Because on that same track, he switches it up. And then I actually start liking the track. In the same track that I hate the most, I actually like how he ends it.
He trying to hurt you. That's what he does. He hurts you and then he lifts you up.
But I have to say, the one track, when I heard this track, and it was been a while since I heard it.
He said that one track when I heard this track.
Yeah, the one track when I heard this track, it's the best track. When I heard that track, it was like, whoa, what's that track? 1 p.m. in Calabasas? That
4
has to
p.m.
Oh, 1 p.m.
He said 1 p.m.
4 p.m. I was a little bit too early.
He said 1 p.m.
No one was there when I got there. 4 p.m. in Calabasas. That is a dope track, and it's a hard track, and it's a hard diss track.
Well, pause on the hards.
Listen to that track, and tell me that he didn't go like at Diddy like crazy.
All right, but who bodied Drake? Pusha T?
No.
You think Pusha T didn't body Drake?
No. I don't know. I think Drake is too much of a wordsmith. Even when, the odds are stacked against him.
No. We're talking about songs.
We talking
Head
about
to
what?
head. Beef. Pusha T didn't body Drake?
He hurt him. He hurt him in ways that
No.
he didn't know what to do.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He bodied him. He won the war. I ain't say he ruined his career.
No, definitely not. But
Definitely
out of all
not.
his rivals throughout the years of his career,
He was the one that
body
gave him the most work. I'll give him that.
gave him a lot of
gave
work.
him the
But
most
he
work.
Made him fall
won.
backward.
Nah,
and
y'all
try to
making it
re-
seem like
No,
he gave him
didn't-
work and Drake won.
He ain't body him. He ain't body him.
You bugging.
He ain't body him.
You bugging.
He would if he would
Drake
have bodied
what to
if he
do.
would have bodied him, then Drake would have been on a hiatus for a while, like Meek was on a hiatus for a while after Drake bodied him. When Drake bodied Meek Mill, Meek had a whole year where he was catching L's. He had a whole year full of memes.
Okay, but that's because you gotta understand, my nigga. Drake is Drake. Drake could get bodied and put out a fucking album a month later and sell out.
He didn't need to worry. He was selling his album like days later.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Drake is a freak of nature. He still got bodied.
Okay, that's your opinion. I feel like
No, he got
like he
bodied.
got some work. Yeah, he got that work.
He
Yeah,
got bodied.
he ain't get body.
He got bodied.
Okay.
He
But
got
we were
bodied.
talking about the project anyway. Point is, it felt like it could have been a 13-year-old that put these tracks together, and made this playlist and put it on Spotify. It's not worth the listen. If you have all these tracks already on your iTunes library, just put it together and give yourself, your own project. Call it something else. Call it the Care Package 2 or something.
The album cover is whack.
Yeah, that's even worse. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
looked like a
everything.
mixtape.
It looks like a Dat Piff exclusive.
You could have got that downtown Patterson for $1.50 back in the days.
This is what happens after Drake gets bodied. He pulls out projects like this and still sells out. You see? Yeah, proving my point.
You know what? I don't care about that, bro. But I do care about whether or not you lift, bro. Like, have you lifted in the last few days?
Bro, I really have. And you know what? It's been a couple of times that I have had some funny ass stories, right?
Okay.
But I picked one out of the funniest that I thought is the funniest. It was actually funny to me. It wasn't that funny for my passenger. But, I mean, what can I do? Roads closed. So, this is what happens, right? I'm dropping somebody off. I believe it was in Bergen. What is it?
There's a couple different Bergens. There's Bergen Field, Bergen Town.
Just
No,
Bergen
no.
County.
No, no,
Burger
no.
King?
By Union City.
Bergenfield, I believe.
Bergenfield?
Yeah, I believe it's
By
Bergenfield.
Union City? Okay. So I'm dropping somebody off in Bergenfield. And whatever, I'm driving, whatever. I'm driving to the main road. I believe it's North Bergen. That's what it's called, the main road that I was on. And then she was like, there's a lot of one ways over there. So like, you gotta like make sure that you go before to turn into the street that you want to, if it's not a one way, because you fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So then the GPS is taking me, and of course the GPS knows where the one ways are at, but they don't know when the roads are closed. So it takes me up one way, and it's closed to keep going straight. I'm supposed to keep going straight. I look in front of me, the road is closed all the way down, like all the way down. So I'm like, all right. So I make a turn. I'm like, listen, your road is closed. I'm like, I'm gonna have to either go all the way down, right, and come back down through the parallel street because your road is closed, and then park on the corner of the street that you want to go to,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or you could let me know what's the fastest way. The GPS, I could follow my GPS. My GPS will take me regardless. So she's like, I'll tell you what's the fastest way. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm following her directions. I get to a point where she don't know where she's at now. We're in the town that she lives in. So she's like, this looks strange. I don't see anything familiar. So I'm like, listen.
Oh shit.
I was like, my GPS said we're around the corner from your place. I'm like, but it's a little close. I can't go down that block. So then she's like, all right, follow your GPS then, and whatever it tells you that it's the closest, so drop me off. Bro, I follow this goddamn GPS. I ended up in the other side of Upper East Side. I think that's what they call it over there by Jersey City.
Jersey City?
Yeah.
Damn.
Upper West Side?
Oh, Upper West Side. Yeah, right. That's connected to Jersey. Somewhere in Jersey or something like that. It's called something like that. Upper something. It's Upper something. It's right by, like, off the exit of 1 and 9 by Hoboken. And then you go up, and that's the Upper something. Upper West Side or some shit like that. It's
Upper
by
West Side? By, like, what? Like, Edgewater?
Yeah.
Fort Lee?
Nah. too
Before
much.
that? So it's, like,
Yeah.
Edgewater, River Edge.
Something
By
upper.
Weehawken?
But we are 20 minutes away from her destination when we were just down the block. So now she's getting mad at me, right? She's like, oh, I know where we at now. We're mad far. I'm like, you told me to follow my GPS. My GPS is like taking me in roads that, they're closed.
Mhm.
I can't do nothing about it. So then she's like, oh, nah. She goes, I'm about to cancel it. I'm like, if you cancel while you on the ride, they might charge her, right? Still, the $5.
They still charge her the $5.
Yeah, they charge her the $5. So I'm like, yo, if you cancel while you in my ride, they're gonna charge you the $5. She goes, so just give me the $5 out your pocket.
What?
I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, what you said to me? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I don't even carry cash with me. Like, what do you mean? Nah, hell no. First of all, I already got here. You could have walked 2 blocks and gotten to your destination. Now we're 20 minutes away. And it was 20 minutes because 1 and 9 gets fucking crazy.
1 and 9 does get crazy at night.
Yeah, bro. Like because they start doing construction and the tunnels are backed up, and both tunnels, the Holland Tunnel and the Lincoln Tunnel, so it's like mad traffic. So then I'm like, yo, we're not even far from your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's just traffic. Like, it's telling me to go, like, what? It was 4 miles, my nigga. 20 minutes for 4 miles.
Damn.
So then I'm like, yo, listen, I'm gonna take you to your destination, but I'm gonna drop you off by the corner. You might have to walk a block or 2. Like, I can't do nothing about that. So then she goes, nah. She goes, open my door. I'm getting off here, and you're canceling the ride. I'm like, I'm not canceling shit. I was like, I'll put that I dropped you off. I was like, I'm not canceling nothing. You could call whoever you want.
Wait, so she wanted to get out where? Like
She wanted to get out by the train station in Journal Square, cause that's
in
like
the middle
where
of the street?
I mean, I could have pulled over and dropped her off on the curb.
Journal Square,
Yeah,
and you were in North Bergen.
yeah.
That's a big gap in distance, bro. That's a big gap in distance.
But where she needed to go was 4 miles.
That's crazy though.
I
That's
picked
like,
her up in North Bergen. Or Bergen, whatever
bro.
the
You
fuck.
know the difference is like Patterson and Newark. That's how big the gap is from North Bergen and Jersey City.
Yeah.
Wow. She was gonna walk that?
Maybe
But
she
she-
would have took the train. Whatever would have been
Yeah.
better for her.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously,
I was still gonna charge you the fine, bro. I'm putting in my app because you could actually exit the
The
ride.
car?
No, the ride, and then put that you dropped them off. I was gonna put that I dropped that bitch off. Bro, and she was mad, yo. She was trying to open my door, so I'm like, yo, don't open my door. I'm still moving, like relax. Like I'm like, I'll drop you off, or you need me to drop you off. Like it's. They're gonna charge you the same shit. Cause even if I get lost or not, they're still gonna charge her what it's originally due.
You
hell
didn't
yeah,
want
I would charge her. I wouldn't care about that, bro.
Exactly.
She was trying to open the door. You kept that shit locked. You was trying to.
Oh hell yeah, cause my door is locked when I'm moving.
You was trying to kidnap this bitch.
That's not kidnap. You think I could be considered as kidnap?
If you exit the app before you let her go, then it's officially kidnapping.
Nah, I didn't exit the app. All right. So the point is, I drove for like 5 more minutes, and then
I was just fucking with you, man.
yeah, you got me scared. You know, I'm like, did I really kidnap this bitch? So
She
then-
might have said some shit like that, man, because she was trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, she was trying to get.
How
out.
much was the ride though?
The ride was like $23.
And what was she? Spanish, black, white,
She was white.
older, younger,
She was like on her late 30s.
late 30s?
Yeah.
Attractive or
Eh.
white?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Bro.
the type of situation.
It sounds like she was gonna get dropped off, or she needed to get dropped off and pay
She
me
a
my
drop
money.
off. She a drop off.
Yeah,
She
because
ain't a jump off. She a drop off.
she a drop off. Yo, I was so scared because I didn't want her getting out of my car, you know, and like jumping or some shit, and then causing like a scene, and then now I gotta deal with the cops and all that stuff. And it was weird, yo. Like it like she was just really mad. So listen, so I drove for like 5-10 minutes maybe, right? I drove like towards her destination, and then she goes, listen, she's like, she goes, say that you drop me off like down the block. I'm going to my friend's house. Dropped her off at her friend's house, and I exited the app. I was like, I dropped her off home. And then sometimes the app asks you, like, oh, the destination that you're dropping off the passenger is a little away from the marked place.
Yeah.
You know, like the app will ask you that. I put, yeah, my nigga. I was not playing with that, yo. I was not playing with that. So that's kind of like not like big, like seeing a girl naked, you know, in the whole Lyft situation. But it was a funny story, yo. And it, you know what? I'm just saying this because I don't like people need to be mindful that we're working. It's not our fault where sometimes the app will take you. Sometimes the app will take me to a whole different address that they didn't put in the app, and they'll call me like, yo, you're down the block, or you're around the block, or you're in the other block. You get me? So it's not our fault. Like, it's the app.
It's not like you got somebody working at a dispatch at Lyft and being like, yeah, sorry, you can't take the I-9 today. It's a little backed up. You got to try to take the other route.
Yeah.
You got to take the other route.
It's whatever, man.
We need you
whatever.
back at the headquarters by 5 p.m.
So now let's move on. All right. Now that y'all hear my Lyft story, let's move on to movies.
To Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. To the Fast and the Furious percent.
work with this guy.
Hobbs and Shops. Yo,
This guy here. This asser.
we got Lawman Luke Hobbs and Outcast Derek Shaw
That
from
kid- Yeah.
Decken?
No, Deckard.
Decker Shaw. Form an unlikely alliance when a cybergenetically enhanced villain threatens the future of the humanity. You know one thing is that of humanity. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah. You know what's the thing, yo? I didn't know that the same producers and directors from Fast and the Furious were the same ones that directed this. That's why I was on Tyrese's side.
No, wait, they didn't direct this.
They produced.
The director from Deadpool 2 directed this one.
Yeah.
He's never directed any of the Fast and the Furious franchise films.
But the Fast and the Furious franchise was the one that supported this, right?
It's
No?
a spin-off. Producers are on it because
Yeah.
they're claimed to the franchise. They have a deal with that where they have to continue doing it and stay as producers, but that's about it.
Yeah. That's why this didn't have like too much of the same vibe of the other movies.
Not at all.
It was more like a James Bond kind of.
Yo, so
Yeah.
I'm still on my niggas Tyrese side then. Why everybody
Why?
making him look crazy?
Because he had a big-ass forehead.
Still though, like now you feel me? He got a point then.
No, he don't. And he's ruining himself. He's ruined the studio.
How does it he
He's
doesn't have a point? That's what I'm saying. Is the studio the same one that filmed Fast and the Furious? That filmed Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, because that's their
Okay.
property. The studio could do whatever they
So
want.
it's the same bullshit. All right. So
Yeah.
now Tyrese, you wildin'. Yeah, you wildin'. I didn't know that.
They could cut him off. They could be like, yo, he's dead in the next film.
Yeah,
They
because
feel
you're
like-
fucking up the money, whether you're in it or not, or the whole family of the
Well,
Fast and the
he's
Furious is
already
not.
he's already been shooting in the film because they're already shooting Fast 9.
Yeah, they're filming it right now.
Yeah.
So, but they
He was
can,
just mad because he wasn't on this.
it's not even that. It's that, but it's also he's mad because The Rock, who wasn't in the original franchise, he just came in and kind of swooped in and didn't necessarily just revitalize the franchise, but kind of like he feels like he stole the franchise, or he's still in the hype, he's still in the fans from the franchise, and then making his own franchise from it.
But you could tell that that's not it because they did low as hell. They did the lowest. They didn't. Let me
Well-
rephrase myself. They didn't do low as hell. They did the lowest from the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yeah, but even though it was the lowest, it had the lowest earning from the Fast and the Furious franchise. It had they made 60 million, 60.8 million this weekend, right?
Yeah.
It was actually one of the Rock's highest grossest films, box office weekends, outside of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. It's not. It made what it was projected, I believe too. It needs to make. It didn't make what it was projected.
No, it definitely cost a lot more than this. So hopefully overseas gets his money back.
It had a $200 million budget, right? Something like that.
It's around that ballpark. It's 200. It could be plus.
So it's a flop still.
Not necessarily, man.
No,
It just
it's
came
not.
out. It's the first week. Usually the first week you
But you
earn
gotta-
the most earnings, and then from there it's little by little.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying, bro. You get me?
Overall, though, we're gonna talk about the film, the actual quality of the film. It wasn't as great as I thought it was gonna be.
It wasn't.
My personal opinion, I didn't.
I
think
thought
it
it
was
ended like twice, maybe 3 times.
I think it was too much of a pissing contest.
Yeah. They were doing everything too back and forth.
This is basically the whole entire film. This is exactly what this film is about.
Yeah.
Hobbs should have been dead 3 times. He's doing the Vin Diesel thing where he doesn't die.
Oh, bro. Can we talk about?
He should have been
spoiler
Homelander.
alert. Can we talk about the scene with the helicopter,
Yeah.
bro? Of all the scenes that he should have been dead, he should have had his arm ripped off when he tried to grab that
that's a
chain
fact.
that was attached to the helicopter. Like, are you gonna tell me that helicopter is not that strong that you can grab it at the velocity it's going, and then hook it back to the part that it was on, like it was nothing?
You gotta understand, man. They've been building up to this. My man literally grabbed a torpedo in the middle of the Antarctica to redirection it, and on top of that, when he wanted to work while having a cast in the hospital.
Oh yeah,
he just had a flex.
He just had a flex
just to break it.
He just flexed it. Yet Idris Elba is actually playing the black superhero, the black Superman in this movie.
Yeah, he was going ham though.
I like this movie though in certain scenes. Like I like the cameos. I think both cameos were pretty surprising and pretty, well written. I feel like some of them were definitely improv jokes, or it felt like they were improv jokes, but I feel like just the overall like scene worked. It worked with these characters. Spoiler alert if anyone hasn't seen it, but Ryan Reynolds makes a small cameo.
So does Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Kevin Hart has a continuity problem with this film.
How
I don't know
so?
if you guys are in that. He only popped up twice, and within those 2 moments, he had 2 different hairstyles.
Oh yeah, he had the like.
He had a high top fade.
He had a high top
when he ran onto them on the airplane, and then in the bathroom
He had
while
a
they
low
was on the
cut.
toilet. Yeah, low cut.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, he did say he was a marshal undercover. That's probably why.
Or he could have got a haircut.
He said he was a U.S. Marshal.
Yeah, U.S.
It's not that bad because it would have been worse if he had the low cut first and then he had the high top, because then it would have been like, how the hell did you grow that much hair that quickly?
Yeah.
How much time just passed in this freaking movie? And are you wearing a wig? But overall, I think this movie is going to be the start of another possible franchise within the franchise of Fast and Furious.
Okay.
It's going to definitely have some kind of a sequel. Whether or not the cameos are going to be involved in it, we don't know. But I feel like that's what they're leaning towards, especially with the end credit scenes that we didn't stick around to watch. But
we saw one.
Yeah, we saw one of them, but the other 2 were apparently the better ones. But it's all right, because I'm pretty sure we're going to catch it sooner or later online.
Let me chime in real quick.
Yeah.
One thing that Lord Zed told me right now that we had spoken about this, it was the Italian Job. And
the
car
callback
popping up.
Oh, the little Easter egg.
So he reminded me, and it came to mind that I actually came across some more information about that. Charlize Theron was in the Italian Job too.
Yeah.
And they faced each other in the last Fast and the Furious film, but they made it seem like they didn't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying it's possible that they just don't remember each other because Charlize Theron had dreads in the Fast and the Furious film.
Mm-hmm.
So the Italian Job could be part of the universe. It's a long shot, but it's possible.
Oh, snap.
I would say that's a dumb stretch if that's the case.
Why?
Because I'm trying to think about all the other characters that are in the movie Italian Job, and just like the overall, like, how would it connect?
Wasn't Sean Connery in the Italian Job?
No.
Oh,
No, it wasn't Sean Connery. It was
He looked like Sean Connery, though, right?
No. You're
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
But that's what I'm saying. He looks like him, right?
Donald Sutherland.
Nah, a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they're white and old.
Edward Norton. Mos Def. Who else was in it?
Marky Mark.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
Mike Wahlberg.
I feel like I think they just did it as a little nod, as a little callback. It's not anything more than that.
That's
And I think to look into it even more, it's just no. It's just too much of a dumb fan theory that if they were to make that try to work, they will lose a lot of respect from a lot of fans.
Would it blow up more if they bring Marky Mark in the sequel?
Yes.
Yes. If they were to announce that Mark Wahlberg is somehow connected in Fast and Furious 9, then we can kind of connect it all together. Because then that's 3 people from the same movie.
Yes.
But I feel, again, I don't think they will be connected. It'll be just another reference to the movie somehow, some way.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
but
let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on, because this freaking movie, has enough, publicity from us now.
What? What did he just say?
biscuits.
I started stuttering like my man Rick Dalton in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Spoiler alert! If anybody haven't seen this movie,
This is another good
movie.
This is Quentin Tarantino's ninth film.
It's not another good ass movie. It's a good movie because Hobbs and Shops wasn't a good ass movie.
Oh well, I'm talking about another one of his Quentin Tarantino's good ass movies.
Oh, okay. Guantanamo.
Yeah, I can't talk today. I don't
Guantanamo
know,
Bay.
I'm like tongue tied. I don't know.
I thought he was gonna say Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay. Well, this movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio as my man Rick Dalton. It stars Brad Pitt as his stuntman, Cliff Booth, and the lovely and beautiful Margaret Robbie as Sharon Tate, the late actress who was slain in 1969 by Charles Manson and his gang. Well, not him personally, but yeah.
I don't know any of the
She and
history.
I share the same birthday. Fun fact. Sorry.
I don't know anything of this story, but this movie was pretty good. I really liked it. I liked the whole story of the movie, how they went upon it, and the visuals of the movie, how they made us see how Hollywood stars really, like, some behind the scenes, you get me, like some of them break down, some of them cry, some of them get mad, some you know, shit like that. Like, they showed almost all of that in this movie, and I really like to see that. Like, you know,
Not just that, but I know what you mean. I mean, when they talk about Rick Dalton's movies and his shows and basically his process
yes,
of becoming an actor, you get to
he
see.
was already an actor.
Yes.
He was failing as an actor.
Yes,
by
but
now.
What I'm trying to say is, like, you get to see Leonardo DiCaprio, the actor, right? Portraying the actor, being the actor.
Yeah.
It's like Inception,
Mm-hmm.
which is hilarious because he's in that movie too.
Yes.
But he's basically showing us how well of an actor he is, because one little detail that Rick Dalton has in the movie that's crazy is he has this slight stutter that they never like really talk about. He talks to people normally, right? But when he's nervous, he starts to stutter a little bit. And when he's really nervous, it starts to come out. But when he's an actor, it doesn't come out unless he's like nervous. Like in that scene that he was having with Timothy Olympia, and he was sitting down,
Yes.
and he couldn't remember what he was saying, so he had to keep saying line. That's the only time that he really kind of stuttered. And right after that, he went into the trailer and he was pissed off, and he was, saying, "Oh my God, it's line, like you can't even freaking talk."
He got into character.
Yeah, and then he came back and killed it.
Yes.
Right? We get to see how much of a great actor Leonardo DiCaprio really is, because I don't know, it's just like little things like that. He just went so much into the actor that you didn't even realize he was doing it. It could have been like something that you thought was just Leonardo DiCaprio's habits. Like, he really stutters in real life, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And then we have Brad Pitt. He did such a great job portraying that stuntman who's out of a job, who also is a great friend
Yes.
to Rick Dalton. Like,
Rick Dalton. Yep.
I couldn't
Even though
believe-
he's treating him like shit sometimes.
he was treating him like shit,
Mm-hmm.
but he was there for him.
Yes.
My man wrote for this dude, yo. Like,
Yes.
he went to his house and made sure he wasn't,
Fixed his cable.
he fixed his
Fixed
cable.
his roof.
You know what I mean? He did a lot for this dude.
Made food
Yeah.
for this nigga. Fucking killed 2 people so they wouldn't rob this house.
Word. It was a dope ass ending.
Yes.
It's actually pretty cool that Tarantino definitely changed. He switched it up. He even put Bruce Lee in this film, portrayed by Mike Mall, and he had him fight Brad Pitt, and everyone thought that Bruce Lee was going to be the one that was going to kick ass.
Yeah.
But we see that it was actually an even kind of match. We see that they both were
Well,
basically.
I don't know about a match, but he got the upper hand. It was just one quick here. He got the upper hand on Bruce Lee. That's what they were showing.
Not necessarily. Look, when you watch that match again, right?
Okay.
They went round for round. Bruce got the first round. He knocked him on his ass. Then the second round, he said, "Why don't you do that same move again?" The only thing that Brad Pitt did was get out of the way.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Lee just flew to that car
Well,
and bent that shit.
Nah, he
Nah.
didn't. Nah, he grabbed him.
He grabbed
and
them
flinged him
and
sideways.
flinged them sideways.
So
yeah.
he just used the momentum and flinged them sideways.
Yeah.
There's been a little historical tale about that. That kind of brings that scene to life. Was that back in the days when Bruce Lee was on the Green Hornet, he had this thing behind the scenes where he would never lose. Like, he didn't want his character to ever lose, and there was a crossover scene with Batman and Robin, the Adam West version back in the days, where they wanted Robin to win a fight between them when they came across each other on the show. And supposedly that he agreed that he never wants to lose, so they made the fight a draw instead. This is where it got inspired from.
Oh.
Interesting.
I mean, it made sense.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Another fun fact, Bruce Lee's daughter didn't like that scene.
Yes.
And she actually, I think, is suing Tarantino or is trying to sue Tarantino for it because she said that it wasn't depicting his father and his legacy in the right way.
It was a mockery.
It was a mockery of his legacy.
Yeah, for the noises and all that stuff. Well, overall, it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed watching it, even though I didn't know none of the story about it. I didn't know none about it until I went to watch it with you in speech, and then you guys really much told me what the whole story of it about.
Yeah.
But let's move on. The Lion King. I went to see The Lion King. Not a lot of people saw The Lion King.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
You saw it? Did you like it?
I saw it when I was a kid. I liked it.
I'm talking about
I saw it when I was a kid too.
the cinematic version. You know what? It's pretty much the same thing. It's just the animals itself didn't have no expressions, so it kind of like bothered me just seeing them all with the same face. Like, I need to see a lion hurt, or I need to see a lion like roar with some type of like expression in their face. You get me? It was weird. It was just like, even though I understand it was CGI, I understand it. Come on, bro.
I gotta see it for myself, man, because I feel like you're not doing enough to describe why you don't like this film. And I
didn't say I didn't like it.
Yeah, but you're making it seem like it sucked.
Because it was nothing new. I could have easily just went and saw the animated version.
Did you catch the moment? The director said that there's one scene that is real. One scene only.
No.
That had the real lions. That's been said on the internet, that there is one scene, director said. Beats me where.
So everything was CGI?
Everything was CGI except that one scene that had a real lion.
I did not. I don't know. No. I didn't catch it. But no, it's the same thing. It's like watching the animated version of the movie, just with real lions. Apparently, you feel me? It was just there was no emotions on their face. Some of the scenes were cut off. Of course, some of the scenes weren't able to be made like the ones what they were singing, and then you see Simba on top of is it the gazelles or whatever the fuck it is? You know that he's jumping from elephant to gazelle.
Yeah.
And he's singing and stuff like that. Of course, they didn't do that. All they did was him running around and singing at the same time. I would like to remember when he goes to the elephant graveyard, right? In the animation movie, right? Were there more than 4 hyenas?
No.
No, right?
There were only 3, if I'm not mistaken.
But when they go to the graveyard, there were more than 3. There are 3 main ones. Yes, you're right. But when they go to the elephant graveyard, the first time they go to the elephant graveyard, when Scar told Simba not to go there, and he takes Lana, right? That's her name?
No, Nala.
Nadia.
Nadia?
Nala.
It's Nala.
You guys are worse.
Yeah, right.
mean,
So when he takes Nala to Elephant Graveyard, was there more than one hyena? Cause
I
they
think
were.
I think it was only 3, man.
Well, so in the live version,
There's only 3. There's supposed to
Yeah.
be 3 because I remember Eric Andre is one of them.
Is he really?
no, there's 3. Yeah,
Wow.
I know, but in the live version, there's more than that.
No, the live version only has 3 because I remember Eric Andre and he is part of the 3 that they announced. I just don't remember the other 2 actors.
No, there's more, bro.
They
In the
probably
live
showed
version?
them. They probably showed them in the background,
'Cause
but they
there's a
probably had no
girl.
lines.
There's a girl that was never there. The girl. All right, you saw the live version, right?
No.
Are you talking about the animated version or the
Now
CGI
I'm talking
version?
about the live version, the cinematic version. Right now.
No,
there's
you're the
more.
only one that saw it.
All right, man. So what the fuck?
So who cares
Yeah.
about it?
Yo,
we
let's
seen
go to
it
the
then.
next
We
one.
seen it, all right? We
Let's-
seen it.
Let's go to the next movie. The Crawl.
I've seen this.
How was that?
That was a dope movie.
Was it?
Yeah.
Alligators?
Listen, man, it was a pretty cool movie because it was like a quick scenario movie, an hour and a half long, quick scenario where it's a hurricane, person gets trapped in a crawl space underneath the house, and that person's daughter goes in to try to save him. Turns out that the house is getting flooded with the storm outside, and it's bringing alligators into the house, and they gotta try to find a way out. It's a pretty cool, like, disaster / quick horror film, and it's got Sam Raimi. You know, he's doing some production into this film, and you definitely feel his presence in this film. It's got some moments of laughs, some jump scares. It's all around good film. I definitely recommend it. It's a good date film too. Like if you want to take somebody to like watch something really quick, you know, before you want to take them home and smash, I definitely suggest watching this movie.
Nah. I might go to the movie theater. It's still in the movie theaters, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I might take my mom.
Oh yeah, it's another good movie to do that too.
Yeah, I might take
Definitely.
my mom. You know,
Yeah.
she don't speak much English.
You don't need to, yo. This movie is pretty dope. You just need to watch it.
Yeah, and
It's
everything
very
happens.
suspenseful.
Yeah, it's very
You saw it?
suspenseful. Yeah.
No, I haven't, but I could tell it looks suspenseful. Like,
I would
you
love-
don't need to make out. There's probably that much line. It's more action, right?
Yeah, it's more actually like in the very beginning of the film, you just gotta kind of understand what the main characters, what their backstory is, and they briefly explain in the first 5-7 minutes of the film. Then you see the setting within the first 10 minutes, and then it stays in that same setting. So pretty much you just have to watch the film to understand what's going on. Like you don't have to know anything. There's no back history behind anything. There's slight things that they talk about, you know, like the history of the family between the daughter and the father.
Yeah.
But like as far as your parents, like our moms,
Yeah.
they don't need to know that to understand the film.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Well, that's it. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you share on all social medias. Make sure you follow us on IG at Previously On Today. Make sure you follow my boy.
Dr. _Prankenstein, your boy Prank. You already know what it is. Previously on Today.
Make sure you tag us on anything that you drop about our show. We would definitely repost you. What we're gonna be starting doing is doing some shout outs on IG. I'm gonna let y'all know when that's happening. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, Previously On Today on YouTube, Previously On Today on IG, and the Facebook coming soon. Thank you for being here today. Peace.